This is the Microfinance Podcast, bringing microfinance to your screen. The Microfinance Podcast is produced by Microsave, market-led solutions for financial services, and is delivered to you by Moving Planet Films. You are watching episode number 3. Hello, my name is Oksana Holtman and welcome to another edition of Microfinance Podcast. Today we will talk about Equity Bank in Kenya. We have an opportunity to watch a short version of the video that was produced by Microsave in full cooperation with Equity Bank. This is a great way to get to know the bank, which is the largest microfinance institution in East Africa.
With a population of over 32 million and an estimated 50% living in poverty, Kenya may look like many developing countries around the world, but there is another story within its borders. Every day, as farmers, business owners and salaried employees start their day, Equity Bank is helping them to build a working nation. This is a story of success from Africa, a story of how a small building society learned to reinvent itself over and over again until it expanded to provide more Kenyans with more financial services than any other bank.
Just a big bank for Kenya, built in Kenya. It's like a cake baked by Kenyans and eaten by Kenyans. So to be part of that team really gives us a lot of energy.
Equity began in 1983 when a small group of friends decided to invest together and open a building society. Equity faced some tough times in its early years, learned some lessons about the market it was trying to serve, became more professional, looked more carefully at its risk, and transformed into a commercial bank in December 2004. Equity was recently listed on the Nairobi Stock Exchange.
We looked at the organization internally and realized it could not go far as a family unit. And we gradually evolved that, taking it through the steps, becoming initially a private company, ultimately a public company. And I'm happy to say that we've just listed in the Nairobi Stock Exchange.
Equity is clearly the fastest growing bank in the competitive Kenyan market, yet it is keenly aware of the challenges to managing its growth. It is hiring young professional staff, but keeping an eye on good customer service, which has been a key to its success.
People are joining Equity because of the personal touch, and also they really don't waste your time. So when you go there, you want some help, somebody is there to talk to you.
As we went on, we realized that the brick and mortar branches that we had built were not accessible to the majority of Kenyans. And that forced us to introduce mobile banking services under the tagline of taking banking services to the people, so that we could be more accessible and more affordable, and the banking financial services will be where people were located.
The bank has realized to be able to provide affordable products and services, technology has to be the key enabler. So in terms of that, there's been a huge expenditure in technology by the bank. That is what we are seeing right now is our ATMs, our point of sale terminals, and our new investment within the new core banking system called Finacol.
Our worry, our concern, our vision is to expand the microfinance base and bring the so-called the rich man products to the poor. And one of the things, the behavioral patterns of Equity that has really given us an edge is demystifying banking, making it easy, making it enjoyable.
When I talk to my friends about Equity, I always tell them how helpful it has been to me, to my wife, and to the whole of our business. You see, like buying a banker's check in other banks is quite expensive. It's about 600 Kenya shillings. In Equity, it's only 150 Kenya shillings. So you see, it's caring for a common man.
As much as Equity's growth rests on its customer focus and market-led approach, it works hard to maintain and nurture a professional, approachable corporate culture that values people and supports the business.
We knew that we were going to serve people who had been discriminated by the mainstream banks. And they felt that if they went to a bank, they would be intimidated. Therefore, we had to come a culture with a culture that made people feel comfortable. We used the language that they understood not necessarily the local language, but a polite language that will make them comfortable. And we also simplified the financial language. Today, if you go through our halls, you'll find that people who normally patronize us, some of them have no shoes, but have got big savings. Some of them have never been to school, but they know how to do business, and they do very thriving business.
We focused on creating an energizing mission that would give reason for employees to wake up in the morning. And we took a socio-economic position whereby employees felt they were doing something for their country and to empower the clients they were serving.
They will start off with a dream and they will say, how can we do it? Rather than by saying, no, that dream is impossible, so let's dream something that's much more reasonable. Rightly or wrongly, it may be that Equity sets itself targets which are almost unreasonable, and yet year after year after year they've been able to achieve many of these things.
I think as Equity staff we have discovered the reason and purpose to live for. We've realized the greatness emanates from changing and transforming people's life. When you quote people who have managed to book themselves in the chapters of history, they are all people who have done something to further the cause of humanity. We in Equity, having identified that our vision is to be the microfinance service provider of choice and contributing to the economic empowerment of our African people, we can only do justice to ourselves, going out and propagating the ideals that would see poverty in Africa reduced through intervention like microfinance, offering small loans that changes families, several loans that change villages, thousands of loans that change community, and millions of loans that will change the destiny of the African people.
That was a short overview of Equity Bank. To find more numbers and information, please go to the Equity Bank website. And also please check out the Microsafe website. There you will find many interesting papers on equity, including the one that is called The Equity Bank Market-Led Revolution. The individual loan product developed by Equity Bank is called Biashara Imara, which means strong, solid business. Biashara Imara will be the topic of our next episode. To subscribe to the Microfinance Podcast, please go to microfinancepodcast.com. Thank you for staying with us. See you next week.